Hey guys, welcome back. This is Tim from Elite Gaming, and I'm bringing you guys a gameplay here on Call of Duty Black Ops 2, playing some hardcore kill confirm, so here we go. Just to give you guys a little background on myself, I started playing Call of Duty back when Modern Warfare 2 was out. I got into Call of Duty because my brother was addicted to it and was always playing. I think he started playing when World at War was out, so he had a really big head start, and he was really helpful when I asked him about strategies and learning how to get into the groove of playing the Call of Duty series. Before Call of Duty, I never really played any first-person shooters because I just found it boring, mainly because I was never able to string more than 2 or 3 kills together, so I didn't find it fun or enjoyable. Aside from Call of Duty, I haven't played any other first-person shooters. I have played some real-time strategy games like Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, Shogun Total War, StarCraft, and Warcraft. I also played some MMORPG games like RuneScape and MapleStory. Back to Call of Duty, when I first started playing Modern Warfare 2, I wasn't too great at it. First thing I had to learn was how to navigate the maps, and the way I did so was to navigate on the outermost sides of the map until I knew the basic structure, and then I would navigate myself to the inner parts of the maps like the buildings and the alleyways, and then slowly learn those as well. This is a very long process because, as you guys know, there are a lot of maps, and unless if you're a seasoned Call of Duty player, it's a pretty tough task to learn 10 or 15 maps, especially if you're not used to the game mechanics and the controller. So during this process, I also experimented with different sensitivities as well, and eventually I worked my way up to the highest sensitivities because as I became more familiar with the game, I learned where to look and focus most of my time on. As you guys notice, I move very erratically, but not without rhyme or reason. I always check my corners, and with the higher sensitivities, I can quickly glance at my surroundings without having to sacrifice too much time. One thing to note about the higher sensitivities is that the higher you go, the more time you have to spend while aiming down sight when you shoot an enemy, because even the slightest budge can throw you off target. You guys probably know this already, but a lot of the pro players play on lower sensitivities. So you don't really have to experiment too much with higher sensitivities if you don't want to. Now, if you guys are up-and-coming players that are new to Call of Duty, you can probably start the same way I did by learning the maps, which will teach you where all the hotspots are, where the spawn points will be, and where the counter angles are for all the nice angles. After I was familiar with all these things, I started to tailor my gameplay to get out of unfavorable situations where I might be out of position or just simply outnumbered. One of the first techniques I learned was the drop shot. The drop shot was a pretty tough transition for me because I was really used to the default button layout, and I had to transition over to the tactical layout. It probably took me about a good 2 to 3 weeks time to get used to it, but it becomes very handy in close quarters shootouts. For those of you who don't know already, when you're being shot at, you will notice you start reeling back. So a scenario to illustrate this is when you are being shot at and you start returning fire, but you can't seem to hit your opponent because your aim is going crazy. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The drop shot will help you to counter this effect as it minimalizes your target area that the enemy can hit, and also keep you on target, because if you notice, when you're crouched, your aim is more accurate and precise compared to when standing. Furthermore, in the prone position, your aim is probably the most accurate and precise. So in effect, the drop shot is actually transitioning your aim to become the best it can be, while making it harder for your enemy to kill you, especially if they don't have really good aim. That pretty much wraps up my background of how I got started into Call of Duty and how I learned to play the game, so I'll let you guys go now. If you guys enjoyed the gameplay and commentary, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe. Gameplays will be released every other day, so stay tuned, and don't forget to follow Elite Gaming on Twitter and Facebook, where I will update when gameplays are coming. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful day. Bye.